Welcome to another episode of the Osasu Show. Today we are chatting with Nyesom Wike. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us on the Osasu Show.
You're welcome.
So I'd like to begin on a very light note. The purpose of the Osasu Show is to bridge the gap.
Yep.
So how do you intend to bridge the gap, the societal gap,
Yep.
in River State?
The kind of campaign we're doing in River State today has never happened, where you now directly go to the communities, and these are exposed a lot of things to me. To say, hey, so many people are suffering. We're just painting pictures of those in the city. And you go to rural areas, you cry for them. And therefore, how are we going to make sure we give them the basic amenities that they're supposed to have? Take, for example, a community like Soko that is set up to produce oil wells. Are they not entitled to have school? Mm-hmm. Are they not entitled to have center? Are they not entitled to have good water to drink? If you can't provide this, what hope do they have? Yet you claim that you are protecting what belongs to them.
So how do you intend to provide these amenities for them?
Fine. Yes, it's obvious, very certain, and I've told them, by the time we're elected and sworn in, Soku and Kola, this what we call it the Oceanium, LM Sangana and the rest of them, the basic thing we must do first, you must find a way and give them school. Education is important. You must find a way and give them health. It's important. You must find a way and give them water. 2, you must also give them as a kind of special award, special scholarship scheme to encourage those of them who are from those communities in order to encourage them to go to school. These are things we think we should do for them. It's not a privilege. They're entitled to it.
So on this very day,
yes.
You can look in the camera
yes.
right now
yes.
and promise the people of River State
yes.
that you will provide basic education to them. Housing.
Like, when I go to any community, I look at the problems of the community, and I say, listen, this community, you don't have school. It is not a privilege, it's a right that government must provide school. So for us, education first in those communities. 2, look at their women exposed to all kinds of things. They don't have no access to basic health. So for us, health is important. Then you must have potable drinking water. And that is why you talk about cholera. So it is basic for us as a government, when we come into power, that those communities that are lacking these basic facilities, that is the first thing we must give to them before we talk about any other thing.
Your Osasu Show is going to hold you accountable to this.
Of course, anybody who knows me, when I was chairman of council, anybody can say that nobody has beaten my record. It was quite clear. Yes, I was the first chairman of council that started asphalting road, not grading road, asphalting road. I was the first chairman of council. It was on record. In fact, the governor, then Dr. Peter Odili, came and commissioned one of the roads and said, this is the first time a council chairman will embark upon a capital project of this nature, asphalting a road. When I was chairman of council, there's no community that does not provide water. And so I can proudly say it is not new to me. And when I make a promise, people know I'm going to fulfill that promise.
Our viewers in River State want us to ask about the Soku oil well disagreement between Bayelsa and River State that's currently going on. What do you think is going to be the outcome of this ongoing disagreement?
Well, it has to do with some oil wells that Bayelsa State is claiming to be in Bayelsa State. And we are saying no, those oil wells in Soku are in River State. So you try to discuss about the matter, and it's not quite easy to settle. And so the matter has been in court. Sometimes in court, sometimes want to settle out of court. So the matter has been there even before the president came in. Even as a vice president, the matter has been there. So, but the River State government took it to a different dimension. That, of course, in order to malign Mr. President, and because Mr. President is from Bayelsa State also, he has taken the Soku oil well to Bayelsa State, and which is not correct. In fact, I do know that National Mining Commission had many attempts for the two states, to visit the site, of course, which is natural that the National Party Commission has to come in to do some work. But all this while, the Rivers State government had the foot driving, not wanting to really sort out this matter. Bayelsa State and Rivers State are all sister states. And so, there's nobody, no Rivers person will allow Bayelsa State to take what belongs to Rivers State. Neither would any Bayelsa person that will allow Rivers State to take what belongs to Bayelsa State. But whatever it is, we do know that it's a matter that has to be settled.
So let's touch on the fact that you were minister before you resigned to pursue your gubernatorial aspirations. So there's news out there that Governor Rotimi Amechi, who's the governor of Rivers State, claims that he felt a little bit betrayed, that he gave you an opportunity to become minister and you went behind him to run for governor. So what's your take on that?
I would rather put it this way. When I say betrayal, my understanding of the word betrayal, what it means, is that you had an agreement with somebody, whether formal or informal, and the other person declined or did not fulfill what was supposed to do. In this case, I was appointed by Mr. President. Yes, the governor made recommendations, but it will interest you to note that the governor did not just make recommendations for me to be minister. The governor had wanted to push me out of the state in order to cut my political relevance, believing that, being at the state, it makes me very powerful, makes me have a reach out to the grassroots. And in preparing for 2015, he felt that, look, there are some people that he wouldn't want to be at the state. He wanted to take them out so their influences will be cut.
So was he threatened by you?
Of course. If it was later we knew that he was really threatened. So if you have that at the background, you will know that his recommending me was not that he wanted me to be minister. I can even tell you something, and anybody who knows that know that. After the recommendation he made, he went behind to call the security agency to write a report against me so that I would be disqualified. Fortunately or unfortunately, as I may say, it turned out that people called my attention and said, hey, be careful, watch your back. And it was amazing how, as the chief of staff of government, and the governor recommended me as he claimed to, and the state department in the state will write an indicting report against the nominee of the government. It has never happened. And what's the betrayal? For fighting Mr. President, what do? Today, a spy in the Federal Executive Council. Whatever discussions that are being held, I will pass it on to you all before we move to the Executive Council. Here I have to come to take briefing from you, which, what are the things am I supposed to say, to oppose or not to oppose?
Your Excellency, let's take a break, please. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
For that little child with no father, for that man that doesn't have a place to stay, and for that little boy living with AIDS.
Can I tell you a story, tell you a story?
You can lean on me.
There's a man standing.
We're here at the internally displaced camp in Abuja. Everyone here is a victim of the Boko Haram attack in Maiduguri, and this is where they're staying. And so we're here as the Osasu show to donate food items and ensure that they're still getting an education, although they're living in these circumstances. If thank you all for being here.
So tana godiya da kasancewanku a nan.
So we came today because we understand that you all are displaced and
sun zo nan ne don su tabbatar da cewa sun ji labarin cewa abin da ya kawo ku a nan don hayaniyar da aka yi a can aji a inda kuke. Don cewa kuna hijira ne shi yasa kun zo nan.
We feel sad about what has happened, and our dear friend here has brought us, to see all of you and also donate some food items and some book items for you all.
So suna bakin ciki da abubuwan da ya faru da ku a can, shi yasa suka same ni a matsayin abokin su, na gaya mashi abin da ya faru da ku, sai suka yi amfani da lokacin nan su zo karamin abin da suke da shi su baku abin da za su iya su baku.
We understand that food items are only one stage, and we were also told that most people can afford their school fees and all of that, and we believe in a system that would sustain you for a longer period of time. This is why we have also donated towards your education. So we're going to provide education for every child here for a year after you move back to your village.
Ba wai abinci kawai bane. Makarantar yaran ku shine mafi abun alfahari. In ka ilmantar da yaro ka bashi abin da yake bukata. So sun dauki nauyi ba ma yaran ku makaranta a shekara da har lokacin da za ku gani.
So I want to talk to you a little about, the camp right here. So can you give us a brief background of how long this camp has existed, and what are some ways the viewers can help with everybody that stays in this camp to kind of inspire them and donate towards their welfare?
Right. Thank you so much, Osasu. This camp has been here for almost 4 to 5 months. These are the camps that these people, they are displayed by the Boko Haram insurgency. And I've been here as a community volunteer. That is I'm passionate on volunteerism. That is the reason why I even get in touch with you people. What these people need is this. The only thing that you can give a child is to educate it. That you can leave a very strong legacy for them. Because some of them are being displayed from where they are in Maiduguri or whatever. They are not going to school. By here establishing this school now, they can be able to come to school. They can be able to get access to education. Day in day out, they can be able to go back. This is the strong idea that they were just getting from here.
Yeah.
They were still keeping and say that, okay, that take me to school because I can be able to do that well. So that is the kind of support that we need to be able to support these children to go back.
Thank you. And the Osasu show is so excited to provide everything that the children need. So all the food items right there, and we'll provide more blackboards, chairs, writing utensils, and all that great stuff to equip the children, further their education. So we hope it helps, and we'd love to keep in touch with the children to make sure that they're faring well. And anything you need, please do not hesitate to contact us, as we'd love to be a member and a supportive partner of this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, here's to thank Osasu show for making this event happen. Coming to this displaced camp here in Abuja to see the plight of these young children who are not going to school, they're being home taught here in this place, and donating food items and possibly school material for them to learn in a controlled environment. I want to say thank you for the support and for the love you're showing to these little children. Hopefully one day this seed you've sown will definitely grow and make an impact in the society. This is how we need to see how a collective people who are thinking right way, young people can make an impact in the society. Thank you, Osasu Show. Thank you everyone who have come in to volunteer for this project. And you are listening and watching out there, you can make a difference by investing in your child. Their school fees, it costs them nothing, just only for them to feed and make sure they are active in class to learn. every day. Thank you very much for making this happen, Osasu, and God bless you all.
You're my friend, but you're also my brother. Here's my shoulder, you can lean on me.
Welcome back to the Osasu Show. We're still chatting with the PDP Gubernatorial Candidate for Rivers State, Chief Nyesom Wike. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I actually want to commend you. Your running mate is a woman.
Yeah.
Her name is Dr. Mrs. Banigo.
Yep.
And so what are some qualities that you like about her, that you chose her, for you to choose her?
Now, as a policy for us, when we started this, and we started with our team started, listen, since the creation of River State, we have never given women opportunity to participate to that level. And time has come, we think that we should try to set aside some of these primordial sentiments that will not help anything. There are women who have excelled in several fields. So, why not give our women opportunity? And that way, women will be happy. Not only with them, but it is right that they should. When you get the best from them, I mean, they should be happy. So, we said that we agreed on that. Yes, we will take a woman. Now, which type of woman are you going to take? Not just any woman, but a woman who has something upset. But a woman that will not have many names. So we started searching for. I didn't know her. I've never met her in my life. I've never met her. In fact, the first day I met her, that was when my wife said, look, it's like I've met you then teaching hospital operations. She was a dermatologist. She was in charge of dermatology department or this. So when we were making searches and somebody said, look, there was a woman that was former secretary to government under a military government. I think that we should go for that woman. So we started asking those who served under that government. None of them could say where can trace where she was at that time, where she is. So it's okay. We'll go and make searches. And somebody came, hey, I've gotten her number and I've called her. And the woman said, well, she has to think about it. And we were worried. And we sent out people again. She said she's going to pray over it. She's a very religious woman, I can tell you that. And then we were lucky. She came back, okay? She accepted on no condition. One of the things that made us take her, look at her experiences. Look at her CV. Attended one of the best schools, best university. She has worked as a career civil servant, got into a permanent secretary position, was a former head of service, was a former secretary to government. She was a former principal of the School of Health Technology. And that was kind of CV we wanted. I would say, we can't miss this opportunity. I'm very religious in that manner. A true Christian.
Unfortunately, we have run out of time.
It's okay. Thank you very much.
We're so thankful for you to joining us here on TOS, and we hope we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
God's grace. So as a final word to the viewers, we like to leave on a light note. So what do you want to be remembered for when you leave this earth many years from now?
Yeah, I want to be remembered for one, which is very basic, that when I was given the opportunity to serve the people of the state, and as at that time, the state was in comatose. The state was no longer like a state that our founding fathers struggled for its creation. And that while I was there, there was unity. It is important because what we have now is so much sharp ethnic divide that will take the state to nowhere. But I will be happy. I will have to be remembered that it was during my time that we lived as a people, that we didn't see anybody as being different. That, of course, will have to promote peace and development. Two, I want to be remembered that when I was there, I created or enhanced the institutions to be strong. Because part of the problem we have in this country, we don't talk about institution, we talk about person. Me. Instead of you strengthening institutions, so that even if you are no longer there, it goes on to work well. So it is very, very important that you allow the institutions to work and to achieve the required result. That there was independence of judiciary, there was independence of the legislature. Above it all, that yes, you give access to Rivers people education, which is key. Without education, you can't talk about development. And so, for me, it is key that children who never had access, like those in Soku, like those in Oyokoto, like those in Kula, it was during my time that I had access to health, had access to basic education. Finally, that yes, it was during my time that our children were able to be employed because the companies were back. In a sense, a very good, conducive environment. Of course, today, all the companies in River State have all left. Why? Because of security challenges. And that has led to where most of our children are unemployed, roaming about the streets. So I'll be so happy that it was during my time that these security challenges solved, and then enabling environment that has led to private investors coming back to River State as what people will say as, yes, what we used to know as the Garden City of Nigeria. That it was during my time that this Garden City came back. It's important, and I think that by the grace of God, it's something that's achievable with commitment, with hard work. I think that will be achieved.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Osasu Show. We've talked about ways that we can bridge the gap, the societal gap, between the elite and the masses. So we hope that you have been able to pick up little educative materials from this interview, and we're going to hold the PDP gubernatorial candidate to his word if and when he is elected as the governor of River State. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you next time.